Hello everyone, in this video let us solve this question. So we have the fifth root of 8 plus 2 times root 48 divided by 14 minus 2 times root 48. So what is the value of this? Now to solve this, solution. So what we are going to do is that we are going to suppose that let x equals this. So we have the fifth root of 8 plus 2 times root 48 divided by 14 minus 2 times root 48. So the fifth root of this will give us a value greater than 0. So that means that x will be greater than 0. From here, the value of x should be greater than 0. So this is the condition to check for the correct answer for this given question, that the value of x should be greater than 0. Good. So to then solve this, what you are going to do is to raise this equation to power 5. This becomes x raised to power 5 equals, in brackets, the fifth root of 8 plus 2 times root 48 divided by 14 minus 2 times root 48, all raised to power 5. And from here, we have x raised to power 5 equals power 5. We cancel the fifth root. We are left with 8 plus 2 times root 48 over 14 minus 2 times root 48. And from here, we have x raised to power 5 is equal to 8 plus 2 times root 48 can be written as 16 times 3 over 14 minus 2 times root 48 can be written as 16 times 3. And from this equals 8 plus 2 times root 16 is 4, then times root 3 all over, we have 14 minus 2 times root 16 is 4, then times root 3. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is to factorize out 2 from the numerator and also from the denominator. So what we have is this. We have x raised to power 5 is equal to 2 into bracket 4 plus 4 root 3 for the numerator. While for the denominator, we have 2 into bracket 7 minus 4 times root 3. Okay, so from here, 2 will cancel 2. This equals 4 plus 4 root 3 divided by 7 minus 4 root 3. So writing this down here, that we have x raised to power 5 equals 4 plus 4 root 3 over 7 minus 4 root 3. So to then solve this, we are going to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate of this, which is simply 7 plus 4 root 3. So multiply both the up and down, 7 plus 4 root 3. So if we do this, we have x raised to power 5 is equal to 4 times 7 is 28, then plus 4 times 4 root 3 is simply 16 root 3, then plus 4 root 3 times 7 is 28 root 3, then plus 4 root 3 times 4 root 3 is simply 4 times 4 is 16, root 3 times root 3 will give us 3, divided by, also multiplying this, we're going to have 7 squared minus, in bracket, 4 root 3 all squared. So from here, we have x raised to power 5 is equal to, so adding this up, 28 plus 16 times 3, 48. So 48 plus 28, that will give us 76. Then plus 16 root 3 plus 20 root 3 will give us 44 root 3, divided by 7 squared is 49, then minus 4 squared is 16. square will cancel square root, we have times 3. So this is then equal to 76 plus 44 root 3, okay, divided by 49 minus 16 times 3 is 48. And from here, x raised to power 5 is then equal to 76 plus 44 root 3 over 49 minus 48 is 1. So this then equals 76 plus 44 root 3. Okay, so with this, we are then going to say, let us suppose, let y raised to power 5 equals 76 minus 44 root 3. So with this, we are going to add x raised to power 5 plus y raised to power 5 together. So we have this. Let us add up x raised to power 5 plus y raised to power 5. So now x power of 5 is this. This equals 76 plus 44 root 3. So we are adding it with y power of 5, which is simply 76 minus 44 root 3. And if we do this, we have x raised to power 5 plus y raised to power 5 to equal 76 plus 76 will equal 512. And from here, this will cancel this, so we are left with 512. We call this equation 1. Also, let us multiply x raised to power 5 times y raised to power 5. So this equals x power of 5 is 76 plus 44 root 3. This right here, 76 plus 44 root 3 equals x raised to power 5. Okay, so multiply this also with y power of 5, which is simply 76 minus 44 times root 3, which is this here also, 76 minus 44 root 3. So from here, we have x raised to power 5 times y raised to power 5 is then equal to, multiplying this, we're going to have 76 squared minus, in bracket, 44 times root 3 all squared. And from here, x raised to power 5 times y raised to power 5 is then equal to 76 squared is simply 5776, okay, and the value of 44 root 3 all squared will give us 5808. And from here, subtracting this, the value of x raised to power 5 times y raised to power 5 will then equals minus 32. Okay, this can be written as x times y all raised to power 5 equals to minus 32 can be written as, in bracket, minus 2 all raised to power 5. And from here, if we look for the fifth root, so the fifth root of this equation, 5 in power 5, we cancel the fifth root. We have x times y equals to power 5. We cancel the fifth root, we have minus 2. So x times y equals minus 2. And from here, if we make y to stand alone, we have y is equal to minus 2 over x. Okay, so let's note this down. Then from equation 1, okay, from equation 1. Equation 1 is this, that x power of 5 plus y power of 5 equals 152. Writing this down, that we have x raised to power 5 plus y raised to power 5 is equal to 152. And we got the value of y to equal minus 2 over x. So inputting this into this equation, we have x raised to power 5 plus, in brackets, minus 2 over x all raised to power 5 equals 152. And from here, x raised to power 5 plus minus 2 raised to power 5 equals minus 32 over x raised to power 5. X raised to power 5 equals 152. X raised to power 5 minus, in brackets, 2 over x all raised to power 5, and this equals 152. At this junction, we're going to suppose that let x minus 2 over x equals to m, such that the value of m should be greater than 0. Okay, and if we square this equation, we're going to have in bracket x minus 2 over x all squared is equal to m squared. And if we square this, we're going to have x squared minus 2 times x times 2 over x plus in bracket 2 over x all squared, and this equals to, we have m squared. So from here, we have x squared minus, so s cancel s, 2 times 2 is 4, plus 2 squared is 4 over x squared, so x squared, and this equals m squared. So if we are to then rearrange this, we're going to have x squared plus 4 over x squared, then minus 4 equals m squared. And move minus 4 over to this side, we have x raised to power 2 plus 4 over x squared equals m squared plus 4. We call this equation 2. So also from here, that since we squared this, okay, let's also cube this equation. Okay, so we're going to have this. If we cube that equation, this becomes in bracket x minus 2 over x all cube equals to m cube. And if we solve this, this is in the form of in bracket a minus b all raised to power 3 equals a raised to power 3 minus b raised to power 3 minus 3ab multiplied by a minus b. So from here, solving this, we're going to have this as x raised to power 3 minus 8 over x cubed minus 3 times x times 2 over x, then multiplied by x minus 2 over x, and this equals, we have m cubed, m cubed. So from here, x raised to power 3 minus 8 over x cubed, x cancel x, 3 times 2 minus 6. And don't forget that we said x minus 2 over x, this is equal to m, is equal to m. So writing down in place of this, writing down m is equal to m raised to power 3. And from here, we have x raised to power 3 minus 8 over x cubed. Move minus 6m over to this other side, we have is equal to m raised to power 3 plus 6m. And from here, we call this equation 3. Okay, good. The next thing we're then going to do is to multiply equation 2 and equation 3. Equation 2 is this, that x squared plus 4 over x squared equals m squared plus 4. So we have this x squared plus 4 over x squared, okay, and equation 3 is this, we have x raised to power 3, then minus 8 over x cubed, and this equals equation 2 is m squared plus 4, so we have multiplied by m squared plus 4, and equation 3 is, we have m raised to power 3 plus 6m. So multiplying this equation, x squared will multiply x cubed, we have x raised to power 5, then x squared will multiply minus 8 over x cubed, we're going to have minus 8 over x, because x squared will cancel x cubed, we have only x standing. Then 4 over x squared will multiply x cubed, we're left with plus 4x, then 4 over x squared will multiply 8 over x cubed, we are left with minus 32 over x raised to power 5. And this is equal to, multiplying this, m squared times m cubed is simply m raised to power 5. Then m squared times 6m is plus 6m cubed. Then 4 times m cubed is plus 4m cubed, and 4 times 6m is simply plus 24m. So solving this over here, right here, we have x raised to power 5 minus 8 over x plus 4x minus 32 over x raised to power 5. Then this equals m raised to power 5 plus 6m cube, then plus 4m raised to power 3 plus 24m. So with this, we're going to bring this and this together. We have x raised to power 5, then minus 32 over x raised to power 5. And also, we are going to write this down, plus 4x, then write this down, minus 8 over x, and this equals, we have m power of 5, then plus 6m cubed plus 4m cubed is simply plus 10m cubed, then plus 24m. So we have x raised to power 5, then minus 32 over x raised to power 5, then plus, factorize out 4 from this. We have 4 into bracket x minus 2 over x, and this equals m raised to power 5, then plus 10 raised to power 3 plus 24m. With this, recall that x minus 2 over x is equal to m, and also from the previous equation that x raised to power 5 minus 32 over x raised to power 5 is equal to 152. So inputting this into this, and also x minus 2 over x into this, what we have is this becomes 152, then plus 4 into bracket m, and this equals, we have m raised to power 5 plus 10m raised to power 3 plus 24m. So from here, we are then going to subtract 152 from both sides of the equation, and also subtract minus 4m from both sides of the equation. And if we do this, this cancels this, and this cancels this. We have 0 equals m raised to power 5 plus, now, 10 raised to power 3, then plus 24m minus 4m will give us plus 20m, then minus 152. So if we then rearrange this equation, we have m raised to power 5, then plus 10m raised to power 3 plus 20m minus 152, and this equals 0. So looking at this equation, right, m is equal to 2 is a solution for this equation, such that from here m minus 2 is a factor, okay, is a factor for this given equation. So with this, we can then rewrite this equation as m raised to power 5, then subtract 2m raised to power 4, and also add 2m raised to power 4 to this equation. This equals 0, so it won't change the equation. We can write plus 10m cubed as minus 4m cubed, then plus 14m cubed. And also, we had minus 28m squared plus 28m squared to this equation, and we can write this plus 20m as minus 56m, then plus 76m, then we have minus 152, okay, and all of this equals 0. So from this equation, let us factorize out m raised to power 4 from this. So we have m raised to power 4 into brackets, we are left with m minus 2. And also from this equation, factorize out plus 2m raised to power 3, we are left with m minus 2. Then from this equation, factorize out plus 14m raised to power 2, we are left with m minus 2. And from this equation, factorize out plus 28m, we are left with m minus 2. And also from this, factorize out plus 76, we are left with m minus 2, and this equals 0. So looking at this, we have a common factor, m minus 2, m minus 2. Okay, so factorize out m minus 2, then we are left with this m raised to power 4, then plus 2m cubed, then plus 14m squared, then plus 28m plus 76, and this equals 0. So equating this equation to 0, we have m minus 2 equals 0, or m raised to power 4 plus 2m raised to power 3, okay, plus 14m squared plus 28m plus 76, and this equals 0. From this linear equation, the value of m is equal to plus 2. Okay, now looking at this equation, we can see that we all have positive sign in this equation. So this can't be true for this equation unless m is less than 0. So we are going to reject this equation such that we work with m equals to 2. So writing this down here, that the value of m is equal to 2. So then we recall that x minus 2 over x is equal to m. Now, inputting m as 2, this equation becomes x minus 2 over x equals 2. And from here, if we multiply this equation by x, okay, times x, then times x, we have x times x, x squared, x times minus 2 over x is minus 2 equals 2x. And from here, move 2x over to this other side, x squared minus 2x minus 2 equals 0. To then solve this equation, we're going to make use of the quadratic formula, which is given by x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. In this case, the value of a is equal to the coefficient of x squared, which is 1. The value of b is the coefficient of x, which is minus 2. The constant c is the constant, which is minus 2 also. So therefore, inputting these values of a, b, c into the given formula, we have that x is equal to minus b is minus 2 plus or minus square root b squared is minus 2 squared minus 4 times a is 1 times c is minus 2 all over 2 times a is 1. X is then equal to minus times minus 2 is equal to plus 2. So writing down plus 2 plus or minus square root of, from here, minus 2 squared is 4. So writing down 4, then the next one is minus 4 times 1, minus 4 times minus 2 plus 8. So we have plus 8, then over right here we have 2 times 1. 2 times 1 is 2. So writing down 2 over 2, and this equals 2 plus or minus square root of 4 plus 8 is 12 over 2. And from here, the value of x is equal to 2 plus or minus square root of 12 can be written as 4 times 3 all over 2, and this equals 2 plus or minus root 4 is 2, then times root 3, then all over 2. And from here, factorize out 2 from the numerator. We have 2 into bracket 1 plus or minus root 3 all over 2. 2 divide 2, the value of x is equal to 1 plus or minus root 3. And with this, we have the first solution of x to equal 1 plus root 3. The second solution of x to equal 1 minus root 3. Okay, good. But then if you recall that from the beginning, right here, we said that the value of x should be greater than 0. So now looking at this first value of x, it will give us a value that will be greater than 0. While for the second value of x, will give us a value that will be less than 0. So this means that we can't work with the second value of x. Instead, the first value of x is the correct solution for this given question, that x1 equals 1 plus root 3. This is the correct solution for the given question. The final answer is 1 plus square root of 3. This is the only one that satisfies the value of x to be greater than 0. So this is the final answer to the given question. So with this, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Do well to like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye. Bye.